Hello friends, it is a snowy day. And it's not just snowy, it's actually a wet snow, so safety is kind of coming into consideration today. You'll notice I don't have my microphone on today. It is just going to be us having a discussion and trying not to slip on the ground because it is very cold and it's raining. It's not even raining, it's more like slushing. When I turn the camera around, you'll be able to see it better, but like, not the nicest day. I was supposed to originally do it with Eurovision today, but unfortunately, as you can see, the weather was not conducive to it. So, we're going to attempt a walkover to Hunter's Neck of the Woods and go from there. So, yeah, we're gonna take it slow and steady and hope that we get there okay. But plan is to stick to some of the main streets, go from there, and see where we end up. But hello everyone, hello Sam, hello Timmy, hello Juanita. Doing my best to keep things stable. And yeah, my camera's already soaking wet, so this is a day where I'm glad I didn't bring my microphone out. Might end up being more quiet than you expect from me. Just got home. Oh, glad you're safe. As you can see, fairly gross here. But I figure if we head up to Bloor and then over to Spadina and then down, should be in the area, and hopefully I won't wreck my equipment in the process. Here's hoping, here's hoping. Hello, Mo. Friday the 13th. You know what? That actually tracks. This does feel like a Friday the 13th. I feel like we've been here before. Hello, Mayan. Good to see you today. I'm so done with snow. You know what would be great? It would be great if this was snow. But as you can see, it's just kind of snow slush. I'm gonna have to try to be clever about how I walk. A, safety reasons, but also just so I don't destroy my equipment. Yeah, this might end up being a bit of a quicker walk than I initially intended, but scary movie again at Calling Winter Back. It's snowing. Yeah, it's doing that thing where it can't decide what season actually wants to be. So it's just going to be every season. Sometimes well. It's... Oh, and now it's just turned into rain. That's nice. Yeah, this is not a day to be out if you don't have to be. But today might be a day we go and explore a bunch of inside places. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Definitely should have brought an umbrella or something. It seems your streaming app is only showing you some comments and not all. Well, it's actually because I have to have my phone down to try to protect it as much as I can. So I'm not actually able to see the screen super often. But when I can read the comments, when I'm not worried about slipping and falling, I absolutely will. Oh. I think we could do without a snowy... It's not even a stormy day. It's just slushy. No one likes slush. Snow has fans, rain has fans, but slush? Everyone hates slush. We're at PVC and slipping won't be an issue. Where am I going to find that many pipes? Brave man venturing today. Well, someone's gotta. Although I don't think it's gonna last as long as I want to, because I'm realizing my equipment's getting wet in places I don't want it to be wet in. So, I think I'm gonna try to aim for at least a half hour. If I can push to an hour, that'd be great, but I'm not sure that's wisest. Hello, Fabricio. You can multi-stream on Prism too. Oh, that's interesting to know. I didn't know that. I'll have to check that out. Ziploc bag to the rescue. I mean, to be fair, that is a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Maybe because I didn't think. Well, that's kind of a cool little one. Actually, I love the structure here. That's really cool. My plan is just to hug every building as much as I can and go from there. mean, I could always just stand here and show you the beautiful view of Lily and McGregor Park. How long can I do this for before it gets boring? It's already boring, you say? Well, crap. Well, we'll figure something out. Well, funny enough, you say we don't have anything to boop, but I suspect we will, because again, we are in Lily and McGregor Park. I don't know what this is. I'd be curious to know, but let's come on over and boop something. Hello, Harshot. Good to see you today, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Question is, do we boop ducks or a swan? Ducks or a goose? Goose the goose, that's what I say. Hello, Lorelai. Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us on this very, very wet day. You're walking with Ken? Yeah! We had a lot of fun. I'd love to have him back sometime. Also, like, I just, honestly, yesterday was kind of just for me. Where I'm just like, let's just walk and talk about Morse Bay for a few hours. Is it slippery? It varies. It's either like super slippery or it's super not slippery. Boop. Well, you got the important thing in. I heard good things about Ken. Never been able to check his live stream though. Oh, definitely check him out sometime. It's fun just to be able to, like, when you live in a big city like Toronto, it's fun to talk to people about your hometown and what your different experiences were. So, definitely a good one. Yeep. Yeah, today's gonna be a shorter walk, because I'm pretty much just making my way over to, like, college in Spadina, but trying to do it smartly. Try not to get my equipment too wet, but of course, some of it can't be helped. At least it's lightened up a little bit now, which is good. Oh, thank goodness. But very slippery, so be careful. Hello, Chantel. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Madano. Super Mod Badano. In the house. Spelled H-A-U-S-E, because I can't spell. YouTube recommendations they give me. I was only able to notice Kemp now because he bumped into my buddy Sapan. Oh, Sapan is so fun. We like Sapan here. We're a fun little community of walktubers in Toronto. Oh, the rain's actually stopped for a minute. Oh, that's glorious. Please stay stopped. I spent so long trying to look good and failed spectacularly. By the way, I'm sorry if you can't hear me as well as normal. Because of the snow, I didn't want to take a risk by doing microphone and everything else today. So I figured I'd cut my losses and do just video and go from there. But doing my best. By the way, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I'm going to be walking around Yonge and Eglinton with Dottie Dangerfield, who is a female bio drag queen, so she does exaggerated female performance. Should be cool to talk about. And she's someone who's just a lot of fun, so I think we're going to have a good time. That'll be happening tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then on Sunday, me and Hunter are going to be fully judgy and judge as much as we can about the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Microphone is muffled. There is no microphone. As I said, it is just me talking into the phone, and the phone is probably filled with water. So, yeah. I can try putting my headphone on, which might make the speakers better. Let me try that out, and you folks let me know what happens. Let me see. Alright, I've put my headphone in. Let me know if that works for you folks. How's that? Is that better? Has it connected in or no? Still the same? Alright. Sorry about that, folks. That's just the cost of going outside today, I suppose. I like how I did this and now suddenly it's perfect outside. That's great. We love that. Okay, I just tried something else. Let me know if that's better. Still gonna love you no matter what. Aw. You're as sweet as 3.14. Sam, you know I can't afford things. I'm a lock shaker. Alright. How's that going? Does that sound better? It's okay if not. I'm just gonna keep trying until something works. Hello, Marcus. Good to see you today. We're just trying to trudge our way over. God, it's a gross day. But at least we have the Whitney building. Always the Whitney building. Whew. If we were to go down there, I actually don't know what's down here. I've been by it enough. I should probably check that out. See, I hate that I did this, and then immediately after, literally all of the everything just stopped snowing and raining. So I literally went outside for nothing. Ain't that just the way? I'm sorry it's going to sound bad today, but I can always try doing another stream later, like do a late night stream now that Matt's, you know, gone and we'll never see him again. Let me try something really quick. How's that? Let me know if that's better. Do you think it sounds better with just the outside noise with Matti a bit muffled? Well, I've set it up now, so it should hopefully go through my headphones instead of through the phone. So if that works, we'll have a way to keep going. A little bit. That's probably doing something. Well, I hope y'all like the ham radio. We're just traveling through San Jose, Toronto. Over. This sounds horrible. I made a mistake. I left the house while it was raining, and the entire system got wet. And now everything just sounds like it's talking through water. As we travel along Queen's Park, you'll notice that you'll come across some of the Toronto's finest architecture. From here on your right, you can see the Toronto Legislation Building. As you can tell, it was built sometime before 1990, at least by 10 years. Over. Sounds like a pirate. Towards our left, you will see the wonderful world of the Whitney Building. This building is in over half use, but currently does municipal work, much like every other building in and around Queen's Park. Over. Lean in, right? We are currently cruising at an altitude of 0 feet, at a speed of about 20 footsteps every time I take 20 footsteps. We know that you have many choices for your YouTubing enjoyment. You have made the wrong one. Thank you very much. As we descend, we will fracture 2 limbs because we slipped on the black ice. My name is Trevor. I am from Minnesota. I became a commercial pilot back in 1992. I currently drink Diet Cokes and sometimes eat salted peanuts. Thank you much kindly, Lorelai. I can't wait to go home and tell my wife and my dad and my dad about my dad. My dad and my dad are named the same thing. I call them both Rover. Hello, Mr. Andrew. Thank you for coming aboard TOURonno Tours today. As you can see, we are walking through the rain, which caused a malfunction with our communications. But as we continue along this route, we hope that you enjoy yourselves. So sit back, relax, enjoy some snacks, and come along for the ride. Thank you for flying Air TOURonno. Actually, I feel like that would be they would be the one people to be like Air Toronto. You might think I'm from Tennessee, but no, I am just from another regional part of northern Ontario. Somewhere between North Bay and Sudbury. I apologize for my French accent. I learned French from Duolingo. And am still more accurate than Google AI. Maybe it's better with the outside noise and not you sounding off the microphone. You can try it out. If I turn the Bluetooth off. Alright, let me know what you think. If that's better, we'll go with that. Or the famous Etobicoke accent. There is a small town outside. You're good now? Oh, does it actually sound better? If so, that's good. Mississauga News. Oh yes. It's a very specific part of Mississauga. The accent wanders much like I do. People are going to look back on this and be like, what was he on today? And the answer will be yes. And I was so... Toronto can be very cruel sometimes, where you think you're about to have a couple beautiful days, and then it just turns into this. Then you go a little nutters and create characters to do your walks with. This is your pilot, Matti, and your co-pilot, Trevor. We apologize about the French accent. Duolingo Airlines thanks you for jumping aboard TOURonno Airlines. Now just sit back, make sure your tray and show table is in the upright position, and prepare for takeoff. One of my favorite lines from Futurama was when they make an airline one day, and Bender's just like, we know that you have your choice for airlines, and you picked the wrong one. No refunds. See, I love how much effort and beauty they put into the firefighters display over here. And then on the other side of Queen's Park, it's like the Notre Place. I just like, that just looks like nothing. Like, let's go take a look at the other monument that frames Queen's Park. This is your brain. This is your brain on cheap TOURonno drugs. Putting the extra T in TOURonno. That's one thing you have to explain to people when you're giving them a tour of the city. It's just like, no, when you're here, it's TOURonno. There is no second T. But if you want benefits, like if you want to actually sound like you're a local, try having as few syllables as possible. So TOURonno. Where are you from? TOURonno. People will think you're from an 80s movie about computers. Alright, since the headphones weren't working anyways, let me put them back in. One thing I did notice about yesterday is that when me and Ken were doing our walk, like you could hear the North Bay accent slipping in and out for both of us. I was just like, that's just great. One of those things you don't realize you have until you actually listen for it, and you're just like, oh yeah, there definitely is. So the other side has the beautiful monument with the firefighters and everyone who died in honor and action. And then on this side, they just have these ugly sticks. This is supposed to represent, like, France and the French community. And then on one side, it's this. And on the other, it's, like, bad color blocks. I'm just like, what was the thinking behind this? Who thought this was a good idea? And also, goose tracks? Or tiny stingrays? That's the question. If this is your first time flying on TOURonno Airlines, I ask that you please consider liking and subscribing. I'm not always this loose in the brain, but when I am, it's more entertaining for everybody. So if you would like what you hear and you want to help us grow, I consider liking. I will recommend it to other people. And if you subscribe, I do this every day. I'm just kind of realizing this for the first time. This is called the C. David Naylor building. I'm just like, I don't know her or Naylor, or her or David. I can't imagine that's appropriate. He's ready for the Irish pub. Will you be at the St. Patrick's Parade, Matty? I will. Me and Hunter have our plan already set to go. We're gonna head on over. Should be a good time. If there's one thing I've learned about me at parades is that I hate them. So, at the very least, it'll give me and Hunter a good time to just, you know, be cranky jerks. As we should naturally be. So yeah, we will be at the parade. We'll be having a good time, having a few laughs. Now the question is, do I show up or does Trevor? Because now that I've established a character, we're dangerously close to making it a silly, stupid thing. I love silly, stupid things. They're the things that make, you know, channels more interesting. If you're just yourself all the time, I mean, that can be great too. It's fun to be yourself. But sometimes when you can just be a little sillier, it's even better. Getting yourself a pot of gold. Aw. See, the problem is I can't do an Irish accent. You can try. Always be yourself. Always be plus yourself. That's one better than B. Huh. That's funny. All the times I've come around this, I've always kind of focused on the other side with the William Lyon Mackenzie statue. I've never actually noticed on the Archives and Canadiana building. I've never really noticed these before. So a scholar and an explorer? Oh, there's 4 of them. Simcoe, Wolfe, Brock. Oh, Edward Brock. Okay. So a bunch of, not the founding fathers, obviously, but like... Alright. Brock, Simcoe, Wolfe, and... Who's this Shakespeare looking? Who are you? I can't see with the tree in the way. Just walked into a puddle trying to figure out who this is. Literally the tree is right up against it, so I'll never know who it is. I'm gonna assume Champlain, because he's got the map, or it could be Cartier. Well, the Dolores Van Cartier. That's kind of weird that they just have the first one covered up by the tree. You figured they'd want to actually, like, take care of that or promote it. This stone was laid by Sigmund Samuel LLD. November 19th, 1949. Why have I never noticed those before? Those are actually really cool. Anyways. See, now I feel silly for not bringing my microphone, because honestly, it probably would have turned out better because the rain stopped as soon as I came outside. Like a noob. Like a rube. Like all the silly things that I am sometimes. Hello, First Class. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I love that piece. But again, like, why have I never noticed these before? They're not even that far off the campus. Campus is literally right below us. We've been through here multiple times, but just never bothered to come up here and see this guy. Again, with Nike on top. Notice her name is Nike and she isn't wearing any. I guess that was technically made before the footwear company existed. But still, that's a beautiful opportunity for synchronicity. If you want to sound Welsh, because who doesn't want to sound Welsh? Just sound extremely confused and say things like, whose coat is this jacket? I have one Welsh friend. I haven't actually heard his voice in a while. But one day I will see him again. Alright, let's do the entrance around Hart House. See what stuff we can find over here. Oh, cool. I've never seen this before. Glad I came up this way, because I'm realizing I don't come up this way often. What a neat little piece. I really wished spring was here already. I can imagine you walking by and it's beautiful outside. You know what? I can't wait. As soon as it's warm, it's like, when it's warm enough, I definitely want to make a plan to go down to Niagara, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Sheep in a field is a Welsh leisure center. I don't get it. Do they like sheep? By the way, this is Hart House. So this is where they have, U of T has a lot of their theater shows. Also, I believe it's where their drama program is housed, but couldn't say that for sure. I'm gonna actually see if I can go over and check this area. Well, it looks pretty slippery, so maybe I won't do it today. But after I found that, I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna actually come back here and explore this a little further, because I think it's neat. Crazy people were in shorts last Tuesday and Wednesday, and here we are. Hey, 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 hey. I was also almost in shorts last Tuesday and Wednesday. To be fair, it was so nice. I was just like, this is a great day. I'm happy. Welsh love sheep a little too well. Well, that sounds kind of racist. I'm not gonna condone that kind of stuff. Leave them Welsh enough alone. Then boom, snow, great, right? So inconsistent, inconsiderate. You know what Trevor thinks about all of this snow? He don't much care for it. No siree, Bob. He do not care for it much. Gotta let the dogs breathe some days. I mean, my puppies are always happy to be in the sun. Let's be fair. But like, I just can't wait for the beach season to come back. Go walk on the island again. And to be fair, I could go on the island anytime, but 'tis easier with folks. There was some niceness. Nice little circle view of U of T. But yeah, when I do get to Niagara, I'm actually technically a Niagara tour guide, but I never got to actually work as a Niagara tour guide. English and Welsh have a long history of saying stuff about each other. Well, that's fair. That just seems like picking on people. I don't like that. Unless they're Americans. And then only in that case. Only certain Americans. When are you heading to Niagara? No plans as of yet, but like, would love to go back there soon. I haven't been since like, I got my video for Niagara a little while ago. But I'd love to actually get a chance to go back and check it out again. Especially because I've never been in winter. It's nice. Speaking of Toronto islands in the summertime, popped up in my newsfeed, and yes, I definitely should take the ferry that ride there one day. Oh, you have to do the island. The island is great. Beautiful beaches. There's Hanlon's Point, which is, you know, primarily a queer nude beach, but there's also a section for people who would like to, you know, stay clothed. But the main thing I love about the island is it's literally just like hundreds of acres of untouched Toronto park. And you can go, it takes like about an hour and a half to walk from one side to the other. And then on one side, you just have this beautiful, like these beautiful quaint neighborhoods. And on the other side, you just have this beautiful, like untouched nature. It's great. Travel with Lisa M. Hello. Good to see you today. Welcome, welcome. I'd like to say this is the commemorative wall for the people who died in the Great War. Then over here are the walls for World War II. It's important, if you are a time traveler, to never refer to it as World War I. It will confuse people. That's a good one, first last. Heard about it. Thank you for your insight about the area. Hey, anytime you want. I also love to show people around. One of my favorite things to do was I actually went with an environmentalist, and she was just like flabbergasted at all the different. She's like, "Oh my God, look at this! It's a red-winged blackbird. And look at this! It's over here." And I'm just like, yeah, they're animals. We love them on this channel. Oh, look at the intricacies on that one. Like, it's actually cool to see how much some of these engravings have actually held up over the years, because there's no way that was made recently. But it's gorgeous. Like, even the work on the columns. Like, the detail that they managed to put into these is pretty crazy. This is also like the one thing about this is like this is also definitely one of my slowest walks, just because it is so slippery that I want to try to take as much time as I can so I don't slip and hurt myself. We need more of these in Niagara. Some of the paths I've taken in Niagara have been super cute, very lovely. I think if I did like more path walkings though, I'd have to actually do them in a way that I have, like I pre-record them, because otherwise it'll just kind of cut in and out, and that can make it hard for people to stay with you. You could get a false snakeskin jumpsuit. I mean, yes. Yes, I could. I always remember the last time, this was like maybe a week ago, I was just taking someone on the tour and I brought them by here. I was just like, well, normally you would come out from this building and you would see the CN Tower, but it was so foggy still that it was that one day where it was just fog everywhere. It's like it was so foggy you couldn't even see the CN Tower, but you could almost like barely see the buildings on the other side of King's Court. So yeah, there was that. Hulden Yen Family Arrivals Plaza. Getting a little windy. But again, just like looking at the intricacies on the building, it's kind of incredible. Like, just look at the carving work that they did. It was beautiful when I looked at the fog at the one angle. We were lucky we had a bit of sun behind the clouds, but it looked gorgeous down by Niagara Falls. Yeah, that sounds great. Like, that's what I really like, is when it's the weather does something unpredicted, but like super impressive. I mean, look at like the opulence of that sculptural work. It even continues up to the next row. That's just cool. Like, it's so ornate and intricate, has all the patterns that you want to see. Like, you know that all of this has meaning, of course, but let's see. Building of University College is in 1856 to 1859, largely assured the future of the University of Toronto and drew it in time into a federal pattern, which was widely common in Canada, the Commonwealth. Here was realized a major 19th century aspiration, the establishment of a non-denominational institution of higher learning supported by the government. The building was designed by F.W. Cumberland and demonstrates his skill in freely adapting the Romanesque style to the purposes of a college in the New World. Ooh, hello Lumia. Welcome, welcome. There's another side to this as well. Look at us getting spoiled for University College. Oh, it's just that in French. C'est en français. C'est bon. I love that word, Romanesque. And then I love how you just leave this, like, leave the main part there. And they're just in the front, right in front of you. The CN Tower. There's no way they didn't plan that. Like, that must have been very much done on purpose. Hello, Charger. Good to see you today. We're just having a casual stroll after a little bit of rainfall / snowfall / you know. It wasn't the nicest beginning, but I would say it's actually pretty good right now. Hello, Eddie. Good to see you today. Oh, why have I never noticed that this is the J. Robert S. Pritchard Alumni House? It has the sign in front. Maybe I should probably check that beforehand.
Yeah, because then you go to that.
But I did not. Thank you for the walking tour. Oh, anytime, Laura. I do this every day. Although normally as myself, not normally as Trevor. I should probably point that out. Back to streaming Toronto in the stream. Oh, we're back here. And when Lorelei comes, she is more than welcome to join us anytime. That snow sure came back quick. Literally all it took was one crappy snowfall. Now we'll have this for another day or two. I mean, I don't know if it'll go away again, but like, I can kind of feel the snow picking up around me again. I really hope it doesn't, because I don't know if my phone can survive another thing. I'll be at St. Patrick's Parade Chowder on Sunday instead. Ooh, nice. So you'll be here too. I don't know what time it starts, but when it does, I'll make sure me and Hunter are there to take part, to make sure things are happening. By the way, on Monday is the day where I'm going to release the video for my post for my essentially trying to put together my fringe budget. So, if anyone does marketing, please reach out and let me know, because any ways I can get the word out, I will be excited and happy to do so. I'll try to go to St. George Street. You know what? Maybe we'll see you there. We'll figure it out. I usually like to be in the front, because then it's over sooner. Also, even just like looking at the size of some of these trees. Like, some of these trees have to be over 100 years old. Not those ones. Those are all tiny. But like, the big trees are the big trees. Also, U of T campus is just nice. I mean, I never went here, but you can't deny just how much of a nice campus it is. Although one day I do hope I get to explore like Nipissing University and Candor College, just to be like, let's see how this has changed. Because I bet that it has. Definitely try to look for that strumpling around the corner. No, you're not teasing, because you're not wrong. I'll be the one scowling, being like, I thought it was spring. Give me my spring back. Why? Why? But actual St. Patty's isn't until Tuesday. So, I used to love St. Patrick's Day to the point where I'd have a party every year, and I would call it St. Maddie's Day. He's like, why am I here? See, here's the thing, is that everyone's getting really excited for the parade and stuff, right? But I'm just like, everyone's just like, you get so many numbers. I'm just like, well, no, I'm not going to get so many numbers. Because like Johnny and Ken will be there, and they'll have all of the numbers. And I'll be the one who's grumbling in the corner, being like, this is stupid. This is dumb. I don't like it. It's dumb. I'm cold and I'm sad. I will say the Santa Claus parade was at least mercifully quick. Where's the best part? The beer. You know what? You know what? You know what? You make an excellent point. Maybe I will like this parade. You'll be the one big number. Only if here's the thing. If I'm like, everyone else is just like, oh, I'm so hype and so fun. And I'll just be like, ugh, I hate everything. People are dumb. And to be fair, that is more true to my character. Trevor the pilot is secretly like such a curmudgeon. I don't know if Marcus is still here, but if you are, I have to say that I am loving Romania's song, and I cannot get it out of my head. It's so good. If you did it so long as they did, you'd definitely be up there. Let's celebrate St. Maddie's Day. Well, that's sweet of you to say. So this area of U of T is what I call the Brutalist hell area, because everything is just brutalist. Like brutalist structures, big square buildings. Certainly not the most interesting part of Toronto, but what does make it interesting is how the stark contrast it serves to other parts of the city. So even though this area is very like one note and plain, the fascinating thing is it's surrounded by everything else. It's surrounded by new, modern, contemporary. But just like these blocks are just 100%, just another square building, function over form every time. We will always never stop loving you, even if bigger, small numbers. Let's hope to see the awesome version of St. Maddie's. You know what? We'll make it happen. People will pay to see the drunk story. To be fair, people did enjoy my my excursion into Beer Fest a whole heck of a lot. So, you know what? I think I have an excuse. I think I know what might make this parade a little more exciting. Every time Matti audibly exhales in a sigh of frustration, he has to take a drink. Matti's such a friendly. Thank you, Eddie. I really appreciate that. Okay. Don't underestimate yourself. You have great points when you do your walks that others don't. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Kathy. My big thing is I just want to have fun, and I want to make sure other people have fun. And sometimes that involves educational points. And sometimes that just involves me being a big, silly, funny face. Attention to detail is awesome. Well, thank you. It's just, here's the thing about that, is that, like, I'm certain in 2 years you'll be up there with Johnny and Ken. You deserve it. Aw, thank you. Well, my hope is that this year when I do my, well, right now what's so frustrating, it's just like, okay. Well, right now so much of my life, like, hinges on this Fringe tour coming up, but I also need to, like, raise a lot of money really, really quickly right now. So starting next week, I will have the fundraiser going live on that. And we'll see how it does, but I'm hopeful for good things. But, yeah, one step at a time. And hopefully over the next week, we get some really good strides in that direction. And I'm excited to share it with you. But I can't say too much more right now because I don't want to spoil the surprise. But thanks for coming along for the ride today. And I'm going to be on for like probably another 5-10 minutes and then head off. But yeah, it's been good. Everything has been very wet. So I appreciate your deep honesty. Aw. Well, the one thing I say is that, like, when you're streaming for so long every day, and just like, if I was ever lying about anything, people would catch me really, really quick. Because, like, something would happen, or I would do something that would contradict something I said before. So, yeah. When you have something like that, you just kind of have to keep going with it. I wish I was already big enough so I could support you lots. Aw. See, now you're the sweetly Lorelei. That's what I think. But I think that you did really, like, I know I was only on your stream for a short time, but I enjoyed myself. You actually had a really good, like, cinematographical moment where you were kind of positioning the view out of the car, out of the bus, and we could still see you. And I was just like, oh, that was really clever. So I think at some point I might actually steal that shot that you did because it was good. Seriously, with good people who deserve it. Hey, I always like to say we support each other. That's the big thing. Everyone except Green Knight. No, I'm kidding. We can support Green Knight too. That's fine. I just saw something over here that I haven't seen before, and I'm super curious about it. I just saw that neon. It was just like, that neon is bull. But even just like, it's interesting because everything else in this area is so like structurally square, right? Everything is brutalist, everything is angles. And then they actually did something kind of contemporary and modern with that light pattern and show, and just like, oh, it's actually really neat. Oh, look. A random alley. Let's see where it goes. Will I get in trouble for being here? Let's hope so. Oh, that smells terrible. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome to the channel. We're just having a lazy day, a quiet day, a peaceful day. Huh. This is an interesting little courtyard. I guess it's more of like a back alley, but I was just kind of looking at the in part of that area there. Looks like it might be a second cup, but a fun day. You know what? I have had fun today. I'm glad it stopped. Oh my god, I'm so glad it stopped slushing. It's slow snow slushing. But yeah, I will say I had 2 auditions I had to film today, and one was literally called Victim, and the other one was literally called Gay Guy. So I'm just like, what is my life right now? What am I doing? Why are these the things I'm getting sent? But then again, I'm just happy to be getting sent for anything at all. Oh, there's Daniel's building. Now this place is called Koffler House. The interesting bubble, I don't know what they call those. The prosceniums? The rotundish prosceniums? Or the bubbling prosceniums? Because they kind of have like a roundish, semicircular shape. I will say on days like today where it's just kind of like me and you guys hanging out, they are sometimes the most fun days because I feel like I go the most loopy because there's no one to tell me no. And I realize that the longer I spend with myself, the more of my tisms pop out and the more fun it just becomes for everybody. You know? We can just have a good silly time together. If there's one thing I'm known for, it's my seriousness. Actually, to be fair, in the real world, I can often be quite serious, but it's good to have a lighter side. Let's see what's up here. Oh, this looks like another little courtyard. Bancroft Building, Near and Middle Eastern Civilizations. Oh, this is cool. Indigenous ceremonies take place in this space. Sugar Moon. Oh, cool. What an interesting little space. So it's supposed to be like a little sweat lodge up here. Ah, that's so cool. I like that, like, U of T has activated these areas kind of, because this feels very much like imagine in summer, this is going to feel even more like wooded in and forested. So that'll be a really nice play off of the other ones. Ooh, you're from Los Angeles. Super cool. Enjoy your earthquakes. One day I've been to San Francisco. Yeah, I've been to San Francisco once a couple of years ago. But I've never been to LA well, I guess when I was there as like a young kid, I would have been there. But yeah, I haven't been as an adult and I've always wanted to go. First time see TOURonno in the stream. Oh, super cool. Well, we're super happy to have you on board. My name is Matti. I am a tour guide in TOURonno, and I like showing people around to some unconventional areas of the city. Also, I'm just kind of like obsessed with neat visuals, so sometimes I do things that are just for me. Like, it's great that we have another area that's just kind of like activated with a little bit of a wildlife space. Man, we have so many places like this in North Bay. This is kind of like par for the course. But super neat. Oh, this is the Department of Earth Sciences building. I imagine this is where Manny went to school. Welcome. Yeah, everyone's welcome here. Unless you're hateful. In which case you're still welcome here, but I would ask you to stay quiet. Oh, an Echo Rotunda. Nice. I feel like because I'm exploring a new space, my bad jokes aren't up to snuff, but I have plenty of them. And I will find more. So for instance, there's Daniel's building. Well, I mean, since Jennifer's new here, I feel like I should at least walk over to Spadina so that she can see, or they should see, I should say. They should see potentially the CN Tower. Because everyone wants to see the CN Tower when you're coming to Toronto. Now, as a tourist destination, is the CN Tower everything it's cracked up to be? Well, not necessarily. But if you like views, it is a good one. But if you like Drake's album views, I'm judging you. Actually, to be fair, that was probably some of his finest work. But. So this here is the Spadina Crescent, which is ironic because it's not a crescent at all, it's actually a circle. Goes around the middle Daniel Spectrum building here, which at one point, when this was actually the second home for Toronto's town hall. So between when they were moving out of St. Lawrence Market and when they were going into the old City Hall, this was the interim space. So from, I believe it was 1860 to 1820 or something like that? 1920? Oh. What's for dinner? That is a good question. All I know is I'm going to Hunter's, and he is probably the best cook in the world. So anything he makes will be absolutely stupidly good. Stupidly good. I can always start posting images of my food, but that would be weird, I think. So you need to remember I have Blue Sky and actually start to build an audience there, because I forget that social media exists, because I think most of it is terrible. But that's fine. I think most people think. Bye guys, bye Matty, bye Eddie. Wonderful as ever to see you, my friend. You have a good night now. Can we see the CN Tower from here? Oh, I thought we could. Ah, shucks. I guess because we're on Bathurst and not on Spadina. But I walk over to Spadina. No, I am on Spadina. Oh, it's just got foggy again. That makes more sense. Wait a minute. We watched the parade on Sunday. Nice. Well, if we see you out and about, come say hello. And if we don't see you, that's also fine. Ready for you to see his Discord messages. I do also need to check my Discord more often. That is true. Okay, I'm not crazy. The CN Tower should be there. I'm pretty sure it should be there. We're getting close to your viewing spot for Santa Claus Parade. Yeah, if we were to go up to Spadina and Bloor, that would be it. But thankfully I will not be there again. And if I am, I hope that there is not a child who keeps jumping up and knocking me over, because that was a lesson. Oh, there she is. Just barely see the CN Tower from this angle. But I feel like it is always important to show off the most important destination in Toronto. Is it raining or just melting? Earlier we had the reason why I'm not mic'd today is because when we started, literally it was slushing so bad that it immediately got into my phone and started to do things. As always, you can point out the Toronto Public Library, which is beautiful. One of the many stations, but this one's interesting specifically because it does have the Merrill collection, which is mostly of science fiction books. So, a lot of very substantial things. But one thing I've never actually taken the time to point out before, that I feel like it's only fair that we correct our wrongs. So we have walked by this many, many times, and we have never done this. Boop. Look at that crazy head base. Delightful. But if you are a tourist, or if you are someone who greatly enjoys really good food in Toronto, might I recommend the absolutely delightful and delicious Hey Carlos, good to see you today. If you are tuning in to see what the weather was like outside, I can confirm it is better than it was a half hour ago. Certainly better than it was an hour ago. Now it's just kind of nice outside. But before, God did it suck. Hence why the audio quality is so terrible. I really gunked it up today. But that's okay. Most people forgive me, kind of. I see an alley down here. And I can't help but wonder if it's worth investigating, but I don't think I shall. Did you stream earlier or started late because of weather? I actually started late because I originally was going to do a collaboration today with Sean Vision. Oh, sorry, Eurovision. And he backed out because of weather. And I'm just like, you know what? I understand. I get it. But because of weather, I started later, and then I had my system up and running, but I couldn't use my microphones because it was raining, and they got outside, and after a little while it stopped raining. So then I just ended up doing it for nothing. U of T students gotta eat. Here's the thing. It looks bad, and it smells not great. But like, honestly, it's like the best pizza in the city. Like, I will go on a limb and I will say that, because that place is delicious. But I will... Eurovision is like... Him and Johnny are like the two hardest people to pin down, because I could not figure out a time with him. And Johnny, it's just impossible to figure out how to contact the band. But I do hope to have more streamers on in the future. Like, I want to invite T-Shods on one day. Just kind of build up the community. Get us all together, get us all having fun, laughing, but also just bringing other people into the folds. And just making sure that there's lots of places we can see, lots of options we can go to, lots of fun we can have. Lots of fun crimes we can commit, but not real crimes. Fake crimes. Like stealing from Loblaws. No one ever actually does that. Wink. But I will say thank you for joining me today. As I said, there are some fun events coming up this week. I am going to be trying to make a push for something next week. So if anyone is around and wants to talk about it, let me know. But I'm happy to show you all the St. Patrick's Day Parade on Saturday or Sunday. I'll be doing that with Hunter. And then tomorrow, Saturday, I'll be doing a walk with Dottie Dangerfield, who is a local drag artist. And I'm excited to get her perspective on things and like see how the city's been for her over the past couple of years. But yeah, I'm really excited to share much with you folks, and I hope that you have a great day. Keep safe, and have fun, because life's too short to not do that. But we'll see everybody soon, and thank you so much for joining us today. Bye.